Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this, your Leo, February 2023 reading and forecast. Hi, I'm Nigel Saint James, clairvoyant. And if you'd be curious to see what might be involved in a one-on-one clairvoyant experience with me from anywhere in the world, just check out the information that is in the description box below. But have a look at the website anyway, because I think you'll find information on there which is interesting. Now, as the subscribers know, and love and affection to the subscribers always, as the subscribers know, there are no video advertisements breaking their way into this content, so you get to enjoy the experience uninterrupted. And let us take 5 cards, because as you know, if you're familiar to this channel each month, that 5 is all we need, because they speak volumes to us, don't they? And let's see what the first one is. And it is this, which is the 2 of Cups. This is the Wheel of Fortune. This is the Ace of Wands. A lot of Leo around that anyway, I can see already. There's the Hanged Man. Good Lord, that's rather a stark image. And what's this one here? Let's have a look to see what there might be somewhere in here. And it is the Hermit. Well, why don't you come sit down here next to me? We'll have a good close look at the imagery on these cards together while I do the reading for you. Now let's have a look, shall we, at this Ace of Wands, which is the central energy of your spread for this month of February. And, well, there's a lot of Leo over this, but I think that Virgo and Cancer are going to be important to you as well. Well, the Ace of Wands involves grounding the expansive, passionate, and creative fire energy represented in the suit of wands. Now, I define creativity in a broad way as an expressive, generative energy that you can bring to every aspect of your life. Now, as the first card in this suit, the Ace is about providing the base needed to support this energy. Now, you must have a container for the fire so that it can grow, and the container is provided by grounding, which means being centered and having a solid connection with the earth. Now, this is particularly needed in modern cultures, which have a more mental energy that tends to move us away from our bodies and disconnect us from the earth. But once grounded, the fire energy can be activated and harnessed in useful ways. And without this, the fire can't get out of control and lead to scattered, unbalanced, or inflamed behaviors and states of consciousness. Grounding is particularly important when you find yourself feeling confused, overwhelmed, hypersensitive, or sort of spacey. Now, if all obstacles are out of the way, renewal in all areas and levels of life takes place. The revitalizing power fills your entire being with new light. It is important for the free-flowing energies to have a creative outlet. And you can use the energy only if you have a goal towards which you can direct it. Now, the next step after releasing the blocks is to find the right framework in which to set this energy to work. You are now full of power and energy. Engage fully in discovering where and how you can and want to use it. Do you know, interestingly, I think that this is a time in your life when you have a breakthrough moment of insight and you feel inspired and motivated to move your life forward. A big opportunity is going to open up for you. You have the possibility, because aces ultimately are about potential, of tapping into your latent potential, your hidden potential that lies within you and asks to be given life. And it is the perfect time to draw upon your imagination and make your dreams come true. Now, what attracts you to doing it the most? What gives you the most pleasure? In what framework could you realize your dreams? Say to yourself, I express my energy and power openly, because this is a time when you really can make things happen. You understand, don't you, that there is nothing you cannot be, there is nothing you cannot do, there is nothing you cannot have. You are the most magnificent, the most remarkable, the most splendid being God has ever created. For who could reject such wondrous magnificence? But you do not know who you are, and you think you are a great deal less. You are your own rule maker, and you are the only one who can assess how you are doing. All you see in the world is your idea about it. Life will take off for you when you choose for it to. An idea, you see, becomes a thought. A thought becomes a word. Say the word out loud. Words have power, and they reverberate all throughout eternity. And a word becomes an action. And if you're going to do it, then start. And having started, go all the way. Do it. Do it. Do it. Seize the opportunity in front of you now. Rejoice in it, and let no power on earth take it from you. Now, I think we might go up into this card which you drew the first, and coincidentally, of course, in many places, St. Valentine's Day is celebrated. This has a lot to do with love. It is Venus in the first decan of Cancer, which is at 21st of June to the 1st of July. Now, this sets out the great benefit of you having drawn this card first, because Venus is the most receptive of planets and is concerned with love, beauty, relationship, and creativity, also with money, I must say. And Cancer, well, that's about nurturing, comfort, supporting, and healing. So this speaks of a receptive love, happy relationships, and a deep emotional exchange. Close bonds, togetherness, love and harmony together, and a relationship, I think, that is strengthening. There's definitely a mutual love and respect. You know, if you love yourself, you are attractive to others. Your receptiveness towards yourself prepares you to give yourself totally to someone else. A deep emotional exchange is possible, a giving and receiving of overflowing love. The union occurs in complete harmony. The two cups here speak of a merging of spirit and matter. But you know, love can hurt. When love beckons you, follow him, though his ways are hard and steep. And when his wings enfold you, yield to him, though the sword hidden among his feathers may wound you. And when he speaks to you, believe in him, though his voice may shatter your dreams, just as the north wind in fall and winter lays waste the gardens. For even as love crowns you, so shall it crucify you. Even as love is for your growth, so it is for your pruning. Even as it ascends to your height and caresses your tenderest branches that quiver in the sun, so shall love descend to your roots and shake them in clinging to the earth. Now all these things love will do to you, so that you might know the secrets of your heart, and in that knowledge become a fragment of life's heart. But if you're afraid and you seek only love's peace and love's pleasure, then it's better that you cover your nakedness and pass away from love into the seasonless world, where you shall laugh, but not all of your laughter, and weep, but not all of your tears. Yeah, well, not only is there romantic love about, but there could be very close friendships as well, or a partnership even. There may well even also be the ability to access universal love in meditation. There is a love around here that is both special and equal, and you'll be able to give and receive love in equal measure. With which persons, in which surroundings can you now share your love? Pay attention to the love coming to you now. Remain open and let it enter you and go deep inside. There is nothing to do but enjoy what life offers. And say this to yourself also: I am now ready to let into my life the love relationships which will truly fulfill me. Now, where shall we go next? I think you've got a bunch of major arcanas here. You've got the 9, the 10, and the 12. Let's look at the Hermit. Let's see what it has to say. What do you have to say in here? Because you're beneath the Wheel of Fortune and you're across from the Hanged Man. Really getting the sense here of Mercury ruling Virgo with Mercury exalted. So there's a great analytical process going on, a lot of mental process and processing of ideas here, I think, and maybe some alone time. And if you are alone, pray that your loneliness may spur you into finding something to live for, great enough to die for. Now, the Hermit's quest takes him far from the company of others, for only in the comfort of solitude, I suppose, can he discover the truth that he needs. Too often the influence of others can overwhelm the wisdom of the inner voice. And by removing himself from society, he regains the ability to listen objectively to his own thoughts. The hermit must be careful, though, to revisit society once he has, obtained the answers that he seeks, because to remain forever apart from contact is to lose sense of place in the world and become disconnected. I think that this speaks of a time when you may you're going to love learning things, I think. You're going to be looking up things and surfing YouTube, surfing the internet, looking up things. It could be looking up and researching recipes. It's all sorts of things. You are going to get deep into a particular interest that you have, I think, and you're going to love finding out more about things. And it's almost as if you're going to have an illumination from within, a divine inspiration, I think, because you're going to find that other people are going to find that you have a great degree of wisdom to share with them. So you may well be acting as a mentor or a counselor to somebody else. You'll be finding your own light, going inward. And there's a sense also here of completion, that is of harvesting, that is having, reaping the rewards of work that you have previously undertaken, resting in your own center. I think you'll be setting out in search of inner fulfillment and may well find the light within. There's no reason to chase after this deceptive light because it comes to you. However, The journey inward also has its difficult and troublesome aspects. You need courage and trust in yourself in order to embark upon this journey, for before you reach the sought-after light, you can be led through apparently danger-filled realms of your own shadow. All unfinished business must be attended to before the available energies can be put to work and applied to the new. The integration of the animal in you is also a prerequisite to the emergence of the whole, the total being. And I think what this is saying to you is that you do need to listen to your inner wisdom and gather together with people who will be supportive on the shared path. The goal of this path is to find the inner voice and learn to listen to it, discover your inner guide, and to become well acquainted with your inner healing. Now, you may well also say that I think you're going to be quite a good teacher as well. I'm just very much getting that someone who could be a good teacher, or getting away from a situation in order to get a better insight into it. I think you are going to become aware of something that you were previously unaware of. And there is this need for you to get in touch with your untapped wisdom. If you're alone at this time, accept your aloneness and don't concern yourself with people who don't understand you, who would rather see you as part of the herd. If you should meet a wise person or teacher, then listen to them. Now, have you any unresolved situations or relationships in your life? Make a list of all situations which you now wish to resolve or in some way bring to completion. For whoever embarks on the search for internal life cannot be encumbered by unresolved conflicts. Accounts must be settled. You would understand that, I'm sure. But say this to yourself: I enjoy the feeling of completion and resolution. I will not compromise that which is important to me, and I enjoy my aloneness because I can stop being alone whenever I want. Now, on top of this Hermit card, there is the Wheel of Fortune. Hello, Wheel of Fortune. You look like a roulette wheel there, don't you? In my younger days, I used to gamble a lot. Well, in fact, someone asked me, do I gamble? And I said, well, I get out of bed every day. Now, there is a constant in the universe, and it is that there is a wheel of fortune that is ever changing. Now, no one can predict when he or she will be the beneficiary of fortune, be it good or ill. The best you can do is to accept opportunity with grace and accept problems with composure. The wheel may turn a little, or it can make a great revolution, but only preparation can maximize the potential rewards and minimize the unexpected downside. To deny the inevitability of change is to find yourself unprepared for the turning of the wheel. Now, because you have drawn this card, I think that it indicates that a significant change is taking place or is just peeking over the horizon. One chapter is ending and a new one beginning. I think there is a change in luck, and this is a change in luck for the better. Now, the most appropriate way to conduct yourself during such a period is one of openness. It can be helpful to experiment with the practices that support openness, trust, and surrender. You might, for example, lie on the ground in an open position with your palms up, repeating an affirmation such as, I open to and embrace the lessons that come to me. I know that I am held and guided, and that this unfoldment serves my soul's purpose. I listen to the fears that come up and hold them with compassion. Remember that many of your attempts to control are simply ways of trying to manage fear. It's always helpful to stay current with your feelings and listen for guidance. And that guidance comes from within. Now, looking at your life right now, can you identify a change that is happening? What is your attitude towards it? What helps you to relax and open to change, and how do you resist it? Remember that even positive change can be stressful, so be gentle with yourself. You can ask friends for support, as well as ask for the support from the many different parts of you. Any part that is not going along is slowing you down. Although this can create delays, ultimately it can't stop the wheel turning. Now, the astrological benefit of this card is that it is infused with the planet of Jupiter, which is about expansion and, well, just straight out good luck. Jupiter is the great benefic of the zodiac. This is also speaking of new beginnings and expansion, particularly in areas of creativity. I think also in self-realization. Look, there's a chance here, I think, that you're going to have some very good, unexpected fortune. There's luck, a chance opportunity, a few ups and downs, of course. But there may well be a life-changing meeting going on for you. This is a definite yes. Now, be ready to act on any unexpected opportunities. When times are good, stay centered, because things can change. And if things are challenging, don't be discouraged, because things are getting better. Change is about to happen. Now, you may need to alter your present course or change things around to set the stage for the right outcomes to come into your life. Now, if no miracles are happening, something is wrong. You stand before the possibility of a great breakthrough. But this was heralded by this card, the central energy of the Ace of Wands. Use the moment. Do it. Are you ready for the great fortune and what's standing in the way? And say to yourself, I am now ready for the miracle in my life. And that takes us finally, I think, to the Hanged Man, another major arcana. Gee, this is a sort of a stark image here. Let's have a look at it. It looks sort of skeleton. It looks like what they used to do with the crucifixion victims back in the times of the Romans. The Romans didn't allow people to take anyone off crosses. They left the bodies up there to rot. Now, and be eaten by birds and dogs. Now, if you limit your choices only to what seems possible or reasonable, you disconnect yourself from what you truly want, and all that is left is a compromise. Now, in this image here, at the crossroads, stands a warning. A hanged man dangling from the gallows. His sacrifice serves as a reminder that if you continue to advance along your chosen course, you could run the risk of endangerment. Now is the time to stop and review the options presented by the crossroads. You may find the path to either side offers a better route to your destination. By ignoring this warning, you run the risk of suffering the same fate as the hanged man. Now, while often the best course might very well be to continue straight ahead, as your mother always told you, look both ways before crossing the street. Now, just very quickly now, because I'm aware of your time, I think that this speaks of a situation or a relationship that is stuck and that you are probably going to let go of it. And this is going to be for your gain. There's a giving up of something, there's a surrendering, and there's learning to see things in a new way. And there's the necessity here of breaking through old behavior patterns. It's almost as if you're experiencing a metamorphosis where you go from being the caterpillar into the butterfly here. Gee, that was very, very interesting, I thought. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed providing it to you. And some great things happening for you this month, some great things. And don't you deserve it? Now, of course, until I see you again, remember one thing and one thing only, and it is this, that you are a legend. And I look forward to seeing you again next month. And until then, it's bye for now.